Georgie, what do we got there?
All right, so we got the 3 hats that we're coming out with. We have the all black with the black logo, which I think this is probably the best one. But this is probably my favorite one. Then we have the black with white logo. And then we have all white with the black logo. And then we have socks.
Dang.
I love the packaging, by the way. The packaging is sick. Champion Grind website, and then the logo on the front.
Before we get into that, Georgie, let's talk about your goalkeeping skills from one of the past videos.
I just watched it, guys. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that performance. However, I had so many saves that he cut out. That is my excuse that I'm going with. I had at least 10 saves. He took every single one of them out.
Cool thing is, finally, Champion Grind actually has some merch, which by the time this video is uploaded, this will be live, because this guy only gets samples. He never actually gets products in store. He just gets a bunch of samples to keep for himself, but he never releases to the public, so.
Not today.
ChampionGrind.com?
ChampionGrind.com, man. And then jeans are coming out next week.
All right, it's time for practice, Georgie?
Time for, yeah, with the 3 people we have here, yeah, time for practice.
Did I get first pick? Yeah, you get first round pick.
Like, now it's on camera. Now he's gonna be hell happy.
I got my.
That's ours. That's ours.
That's it. I got Alaji. Yeah.
Alaji. Give me Junior, bro. I'll take Leo.
No, baby.
Yeah, Dave.
Hey, welcome to the squad. Hey man, you already got like 5 picks. You only got 3.
Leo, how do you feel about getting picked to the All-Star team?
It's an honor, honestly. I'm really thankful.
Junior, just a quick interview real quick, my boy Junior. Junior, how does it feel to lose in Horseshoe to Coach Javi and Wasim? How does it feel?
My team was not bad.
Your touch was absolutely atrocious, my friend.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Georgie, you have not saved a single penalty kick on this.
Okay, what about the first 4?
Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Go ahead.
Wasim, the first 4. The first
He
4.
blocked 4 penalties of Javi. Javi didn't score 1 goal against.
Oh, that's just of Javi's.
Yeah,
What about everyone else?
that's the thing.
Hey, hey, go to his video tonight. Hashtag expose Javi. Miss every single penalty he's taken.
Years of experience. Good looks.
I've already saved 3 of this.
He did. Hey, George, put the field goal sign up. It's good.
Hey, well, I gotta say that.
It's good.
The sun was in my eyes. Hey, I'm not. Let's get it. We're cut. Georgie, Gaffer, how's it going?
Well,
match day.
we're struggling to get players here, but it's going.
What are you thinking about today's game? Tactics. Talk about, first of all, where are you going to put the captain, Coach Javier?
Oh, he might be on the bench because now we had a new captain in town walking in.
Did we give the captain armband to Daryl?
I mean, just look at that swag walking in. Hey, do you have the captain's armband or what?
If Daryl puts on a captain armband, I am quitting. I am retiring from this team.
What's about to happen here? I don't know what's about to happen.
Where's that? Where's that at? Look at that baby. Oh, see that? That's captain right there.
This
It's
guy.
about to be a fight here. I don't know what's gonna happen. You guys better play rock, paper, scissors.
All right, my good friends, Coach Javi here. We're going to do a little bit of a voiceover over this match. I'm not going to go specifically into my actions, but I'm going to go into just kind of the highlights of the game. It's a close game. We played against Wayne County. Don't ask me why the turf is red. I still have no idea, and it confused me because their players are red. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, at the beginning of the game, what I like to do personally is I like to make sure that I get a lot of touches early on in the game and that they're all very simple. I'm just connecting passes. I'm getting my passing percentage up. The reason being, if I start taking too many risks from the beginning of the game, it just starts throwing me off mentally. So I think in the first few minutes of the game, it's important to connect a lot of passes and just keep it simple. That way you build a little bit of confidence as the game goes on, and later on in the match, you're able to play some of those riskier passes, not even that late on into the game, but just after the first few minutes when you've connected a lot of simple passes. So first goal of the game, pretty early on in the game. It started off as a corner kick. Ball gets played out. You could see me in the back there asking for the ball. I make a run. I make sure I'm on sides. Daryl plays a very, very good ball. Coach Javi extends a hamstring. Somehow, I did not pull my hamstring. And my good friend Ali goes in for the bicycle kick, scores the goal, 1-0. Now, they say that the first 5 minutes after a goal is scored are the most important, and that's just because teams tend to turn off right after they score a goal, just because they're a little bit more calmed down, they're a little bit more relaxed, and then if the other team puts on a little bit of pressure, things can get tricky. And that's exactly what happened in this game. We scored the goal, and then about 30 seconds later, they literally just took it down the field, put in a cross. Our guys are just kind of sleeping. One of their guys comes in at the back post, headers it, and now all of a sudden, 1-1, we got a game on our hands. After that goal, 1-1, back to 0-0, we start from scratch. We scored another goal pretty close to after they scored their goal. So the 3 goals happened within a matter of, I would say 10 minutes. Ball gets played in, gets played across. One of the guys comes in, extends a leg, puts it in, 2-1. As you can kind of tell by the title of this video, this game, it started raining. The turf was really wet, and so the ball was moving. It was pretty quick-paced game, but it wasn't one of those games where we kept the ball, where we just kept possession the whole game and we were making good passes and creating good plays. A lot of the play was just 50-50 battles, aerial battles, lots of slide tackles. You'll see pretty soon here, Coach Javi's going to throw in a slide tackle or two. And those are just the games where you have to battle. So there's a slide tackle right there from Coach Javi. He's not done yet, takes a bad touch, gets another slide tackle, gets the foul called on me, which in my opinion, it wasn't a foul. I mean, I know I took the guy out after, but I did get the ball first, and then the guy came in later. So you could see me arguing with the ref a little bit, and I'm just telling him that I got the ball first. He comes in later, and looking back at it, it probably was a foul, but I still got to give the ref some words so that he can maybe make a makeup call because he feels bad for calling it against us. So we go into halftime, and this is what I'm talking about. At halftime, I'm arguing with the referee. I'm telling him that I didn't like some of the calls he was making. And I'm really just doing this because, one, I have to, as the captain of the team, I have to kind of defend the team a little bit, stand up for the rest of the players. But two, it's also to kind of get into the referee's head of saying, like, hey, you're doing a bad job. You're making calls against us. Now maybe he feels a little bit bad. Maybe starts, making some calls in our favor. But it doesn't always work. But anyway, second half, more of the same thing. The game started getting really, really chippy. There was a lot of tackles. There was a lot of fouls being called. It gets really, really annoying. So, it's just one of those games where, honestly, I think we were the better team. They were a young team, and they had some good players. But I think we were the better team as far as experience, as far as keeping possession of the ball. And not by much, but by a little bit, we were better. But the reason we almost didn't end up winning this game was because I think at some points they wanted it a little bit more than us. At those 50-50 balls, they were coming in a little bit harder. They were getting there earlier, and the reason we were causing so many fouls was because we were getting there a little too late just because we didn't want it as much as they did. So not every game's going to be perfect. Not every game's going to be pretty, but if it does come down to one of those games where the conditions don't really allow you to play the way you usually play, it just comes down to who wants it a little bit more. Fortunately, in the end, we did want it a little bit more, and we ended up getting a 2-1 win, stayed undefeated in the league. And before we end this little voiceover here and this little analysis, you can see Coach Javi throwing in a slide tackle me. Look at that. Wasn't successful because I didn't keep the ball in play, but I did manage to prevent them from creating an opportunity. So it is what it is. Hope you guys like this voiceover. Back to the video.
Oh my, I love that assist though. I love that assist. You're both welcome, I think.
End of the match right there. Coach George, your thoughts on the game?
Well, first and foremost, everyone, Javi made his first successful slide tackle.
Was it successful though?
It was success. You got the ball. you got the ball and went out of bounds, but it's still successful. I'll count it as successful. On the Insta, it's going to show up as successful, so that's all that matters, you know. Officiating was terrible. I would just blame that.
You're gonna get fined for that. So
I take it back. I take it back. MPSL is really strict on coaches talking about referees, and we get fined. So I take that back. But no, it was a good competitive game. They're obviously a younger team, but it was good. It was a good test for us. That was probably the closest game we've had.
Here's my question. We talk about like keeping the ball and keeping possession all the time, but realistically, when it's raining and the ball's like really moving, oftentimes like it's not going to be as pretty as you wish it would be. And I know everybody wants to keep the ball and stuff like that, but like, what do you do when you can't always keep the ball and it's one of those like 50-50 battles every other ball? Like, what do you do?
I mean, at that point, you just gotta want it. You know, sometimes, like you said, today it was raining, it was turf, it's slippery outside, like the ball's not gonna stick to your foot, it's gonna slide and stuff, so the best we can do is try and play. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to every single time, but you don't wanna get into the habit of doing just long balls, and behind it, hoping something happens. Obviously, in a situation like today, it does help out if you have someone to go in behind or someone like Tony who can hold up the ball and pass it to his feet, and people can make runs off him. But you don't want to just hope for the long ball and just kind of get off your play, even though it is raining, it's going to be tougher. But I thought, you know, throughout the game, we had certain 10-15 minute spans where we did keep the ball, and it was tough, but we did connect the passes from side to side and kind of worked them and had chances from that. So, yeah, it was today it was a tough game just because of the rain and the turf, but I thought we handled it pretty well.
Yeah, and ultimately, at the end of the day, if it is one of those games where it's like 50-50 battles, you just got to want it more, man, because you could be the best team on the field with quality players who can keep the ball and stuff, but if you don't want it more than the other team, it really doesn't matter how good you are, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
Let's talk to these ballers over here. Maldine, introduce yourself, man. The channel wants. What's up, Maldine? Who are you?
How's it going, guys?
Who are you? Talk a little bit.
All right, I'm the next.
I know you're a very
Ronaldo.
humble guy. You don't like to talk about your. Go ahead.
All right, so first of all, we got 3 points, 2-1. It was heavy. It was good.
What do you think of the season?
Points.
What do you think of the season so far?
Do we have 9 points right now? 9 points.
We have 9 points out of 9.
So we have a hard game coming on the weekend. It's a League Cup, and it's a hard team. So we're gonna see ourselves there to see if we can go to the next level.
Appreciate
But
it.
from there, yeah, that's what it is.
Good stuff. Good game, Maldine. Well done, bro.
you too.
And with the legend. All right, let's be honest. Did you get the captain armband today?
I did not. I didn't deserve.
As it should be.
I didn't deserve it either. I played like crap.
Probably gonna get cut from the team.
Whoa.
But let's look on the positive side. No red card today.
Not one.
Not one. Not even a yellow
I almost
card
got
today.
one, but
Coach, I was closer to getting a yellow
Yeah,
probably
bro.
today than you were. No backheel goals either, though. That's disappointing.
No. I played in the back today.
You got an assist.
Excuses.
Huh?
Yeah,
I got an assist.
He got an American assist. In the United States, they
I
give
got
the
a double
assist to the assist. So
You can't get the real assist if you don't have a double assist. So.
that's true. All right. That's it for this video, guys. We'll catch you next time. Till next time, and adios, muchachos. Good stuff.
That's how it's done. That's how you.